Bitcoin halving set on May 11, 2020 around 4 pm EST. Explain what a Bitcoin halving is. We must first explain a bit about how the Bitcoin network works. So let's jump into the video to see about Bitcoin halving. Before we begin, we publish good content videos every day. If you're not subscribed to the channel, just tap the subscribe button below and don't forget to like this video never, or I will hypnotize you. What is a Bitcoin halving? Bitcoin and its blockchain are basically a collection of computers or nodes around the world that all have Bitcoin's code downloaded on them. Each of these computers have all of Bitcoin's blockchain stored on them. This means that each computer has the entire history of Bitcoin's transaction, which ensures that no one can cheat the system as every computer would deny the transaction. In this way, Bitcoin is entirely transparent and no one can make a transaction without everyone seeing it happen. Even those who do not participate in the network as a node or miner can view the transaction taking place live by looking at block explorers. More computers or nodes added to the blockchain increase its stability and power. There are currently over 10,000 nodes running Bitcoin's code. While anyone can participate in Bitcoin's network as a node as long as they have enough storage to download the entire blockchain and its history of transaction, not all of them are miners. The 2020 halving, the third in the network's history, means the mining reward has now been reduced from 12.5 Bitcoin per block to 6.25 units. It went down to 25 from 50 Bitcoin per block in November 2012 and further decreased to 12.5 units in July 2016. Mining. Bitcoin mining is the process where people use their computers to participate in Bitcoin's blockchain network as a transaction processor. Bitcoin uses a system called proof of work. This means that miners must prove they have put forth effort in processing transaction to be awarded. This effort includes the system of time and energy it takes to run the computer hardware and solve complex equations. Faster computers with certain types of hardware yield large rewards, and some companies have designed computer chips specifically built for mining. These computers are tasked with processing Bitcoin transactions and they are rewarded for doing so. The term mining is not used in a literal sense but used in a reference to the way precious metals are gathered. Bitcoin miners solve mathematical problems and confirm the legitimacy of a transaction. They then add the transaction to the end of a block and create chains of these blocks of transactions, forming the blockchain. When a block is filled up with transactions, the miners that processed and confirmed the transaction within the block are rewarded with Bitcoin. Transactions of greater monetary value require more confirmation to ensure security. This process is called mining because the work done to get new Bitcoin out of the code is the digital equivalent to the physical work done to pull gold out of the earth. Halving. Every 210,000 blocks mined or about every 4 years. The reward given to Bitcoin miners for processing transactions is cutting off. This cuts in off the rate at which new Bitcoin is released into circulation. This is Bitcoin's way of using a synthetic form of inflation that halves every 4 years until all Bitcoin is released and is circulation. This system will continue until around 2140. At the point, miners will be rewarded with fees for processing transactions that network users will pay. These fees ensure that miners still have the incentive to mine and keep the network going. The idea is the competition for these fees will cause them to remain low after halvings are finished. In 2009, the reward for each block in chain mined was 50 bitcoins. After the first halving, it was 25, then 12.5, and on May 11, 2020, it is 6.25 bitcoins per block. To put this in another context, imagine if the amount of gold mined out of the earth was cutting off every 4 years. If gold's value is based on its scarcity, then having a halving of gold output every 4 years would theoretically drive its price higher. This halving reduces the rate at which new coins are created and thus lower the available supply. This can cause some implication for investors as other assets with low supply, like gold, can have high demand and push the prices higher. In the past, These Bitcoin halvings have correlated with the massive surges in Bitcoin's price. The first halving, which occurred in November of 2012, saw an increase from about $11 to nearly $1,150. The second Bitcoin halving occurred in July of 2016. The price at the halving was about $650, and by December 16, 2017, Bitcoin's price had soared to nearly $20,000. The price then fell over the course of a year from this peak down to around $3,200, a price nearly 400% higher than its pre-halving price. The theory of the halving and the chain reaction that it sets off works something like this. Reward is halved. Of the inflation, lower available supply, higher demand, higher price, minus incentive still remains regardless of smaller rewards as the value of Bitcoin is increased in the process. In the event that a halving does not increase demand and price, then miners would have no incentive as the reward for completing transactions would be smaller and the value of Bitcoin would not be high enough. To prevent this, Bitcoin as a process to change the difficulty it takes to get mining rewards. In the event that the reward has been halved and the value of Bitcoin has not increased, the difficulty of mining would be reduced to keep miners incentivized. This means the quantity of Bitcoin released as the reward is still smaller, but the difficulty of processing a transaction is reduced. This process has proven successful twice. So far, the result of these halvings has been a ballooning in price followed by a large drop. The crashes that have followed these gains, however, have still maintained prices higher than before the halvings. The crashes that have followed these gains, however, have still maintained prices higher than before the halvings. For example, as mentioned above, the 2018 bubble saw Bitcoin rise to around $20,000 only to fall to around $3,200. This is a massive drop, but Bitcoin's price before the halving was around $650. So, I think you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to click the like button below this video and subscribe to the channel.